and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 636. I'm your host, CheapyD's here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's also looking for a $100 million podcasting deal, Wombat.
I am. That is a fact.
What did you think when you first heard about that Joe Rogan news?
I mean,
Did you do the math and said, okay, if we have like one...
It's not even
100.
that. It's like, would I be willing to spout out nonsense if it was to get $100 million?
I thought you were just worried about going exclusive to one platform. Would you be willing to do that? Just go exclusive?
Sure, I could go exclusive.
Okay, would you be willing to go exclusive, spout nonsense, and exercise a lot and look like Joe Rogan?
I mean, whatever.
Wait, that
sure,
didn't sound
for
like
100,
that wasn't a yes.
For $100 million, yes, I would do that. Yes, I would do all of those things for $100 million.
All right.
Happily.
Fine.
Happily.
I don't think anyone's knocking, though.
No, that's where I get lost.
Don't you have Spotify's phone number?
I have a contact. Should I email him after this?
How about like the
hey,
Wombat Show exclusive on?
Heard about your Joe Rogan deal? Have you considered
something on 1/5000th of the scale?
Mm-hmm. 1/1,000,000th of the scale, same price. What do you think?
I think the numbers could work out, Wombat. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Everybody holding up okay?
We're trying. How's school going?
School. I don't even know. Every week I have to make up new rules because Ty figures out a way to not do the work. Or I think he's just I don't know if he just forgets. He's just not. I get it. Like I wouldn't be that engaged either if I was 12 and sitting at home and just on my own to do all the work all day without anybody supervising me.
Oh yeah, no, it's Sabrina's like, forget it. Forget it. She doesn't want to do anything. It's pulling teeth. She doesn't care what you take away from her. She's like, I don't care. So I'm just not going to do it.
Wow.
I don't need anything.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's no fun at all.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
good times.
That's easier for Ship in that regard. You don't have to deal with that. You just have to entertain the little ones.
Yeah, she has homework, but I mean, she's still pretty good about doing it if we just sit down and say, here, do this. Write this letter this many times.
Right.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ty's aware of the vast amount of video games that are just slightly out of reach at any given moment, and I think it's tough. You know.
Oh, Emmeline plays Animal Crossing 9 hours a day. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay.
You should see what my island looks like, because Sabrina does. It's like she'll get her work done, but then she'll stay up till 1 a.m. playing Animal Crossing, and she has like one of every insect, but she has them all in cases on the island.
We have that.
I don't understand any of it.
Well,
it's like, well, they're there because someone comes and buys them, and
that's the reason.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever you say. Our museum is full.
Okay. So we have 3 Switches now because Gretchen has one as well. And so Emmeline just rotates between the Switches every day of like, oh, I'm going to play this one for 2 hours and the battery's starting to get low or whatever, or she's done what she needed on that island.
Let me wreck this other island.
Yeah, she'll send stuff to herself on a different island and go get that. And then switch out characters and have 2 Switches going at the same time where she's visiting herself. It's a pretty good system.
So it sounds like she's playing 18 hours a day at least. She's got like 2 Switches going.
Yeah, I guess if you double up the hours as you're playing them,
she's figured out a way to play more hours than she's awake.
Meanwhile, like this has never happened to me before, but it happened the first time this week. I had a save file on Xbox go corrupt because all those saves are like up in the cloud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like, as far as I know, there's nothing you can do about it if something goes wrong.
Right, you can't roll back.
Right, it's just like, oh, we can't find your save file. Oh, we created a new save file for you, and which is it's amazing. Like nothing has gone wrong with any of my saves up to this point. My freaking Monster Jam save got corrupted. And that game, like I had played that game so much because it takes like the in-game currency it takes forever. Like you have to play through the game like basically 3 race circuits to unlock one truck, like three times through a game, like to get a truck.
I'm glad that you're being tortured for playing Monster Jam. You were being tortured for playing Monster Jam and by Monster Jam.
Dash loves
there
that
are
game.
there are big trucks in like Forza Horizon 2.
There are, and he plays that too, but he knows the Monster Jam trucks by name. So he's all in on Monster Jam, and it's also got like similar to Forza, but on a much smaller scale, which is actually better for him. It has the open world stuff.
I'm more interested in how you explain to Dash where all of his trucks went.
Some of them came back because I pumped $10 into Xbox Live to get the unlocked trucks.
Smart.
Yeah, like so. But you can't do that for all of them. Like if I could have just done that for all of them, I would have just been like, yeah, okay, here's another $25. Give me all the trucks. But we have Gravedigger back now. That was, yeah. Oh, I know why it happened too, because he was just like, he was playing it on like 2 different Xboxes and just going like up and down stairs. Like,
what's going on over there? You have too many video games.
I was going to say, you have too many things. You have too many stairs. You need to centralize and compartmentalize. You need to rein in these children with harnesses. And then you won't have this problem anymore.
Can't you confine them to one floor?
No, I'm literally like, I'm working on my computer and like in meetings and stuff. And like when I'm in a meeting, like they're just off doing whatever they want.
The problem is the fun is spread out too much over the house. You need to confine the fun into a certain corner of the house. At least during these troubled times.
You can't do that. Yeah. I did buy a new Roomba though.
That's fun.
I thought he was just going to say I bought a new room.
Yeah, right. It's a fun room.
Another room, a fun room. Mm-hmm. No, I bought a new Roomba, and this is my hopes for this Roomba. It's our basement Roomba, and that's where all their toys live. And so this is the Roomba that's supposed to encourage them to pick up their toys, so that we don't have another incident that we had this week where our Robin figure from that Batman line that Wombat knows and loves.
Mm-hmm. The Spin Master Batman.
The Spin Master Batman. His cape got caught in our upstairs Roomba, and he got dragged around the floor, and he went bald. I had to like Sharpie his hair back on.
Didn't the Joker do that to one of those guys?
Yeah. But so I named this new Roomba the Enforcer, which Emmeline does not enjoy when I say, hey, smart thing, turn on the Enforcer.
Can you attach a cattle prod to it?
It does make them like run around the basement and start picking stuff, like the toys that they know are small enough. They pick those up off the floor.
I can see that working. That's pretty cool.
Fear is a good parent.
All right. We bought this machine that breaks your toys if you don't clean up. But why, Daddy? Why? Oh, it also vacuums.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I have no control of it, I promise. It just comes on.
It knows when it needs to clean and has a mind of its own. Did you see my video of the deer in our backyard?
No.
Really?
I did see it.
I did not. Was I supposed to?
There were two big ass deer in the backyard. I don't mean like in the woods. I mean on the lawn in the backyard.
Well, you live in an area that has deer.
No, we don't. Oh. No. We saw there was one deer sighting last year on Main Street, which was weird.
Shopping?
Yeah, he was at the hardware store actually. But I took this video of the deer and I put it on the local Facebook page. And I mean, of course you get like you can predict all the comments. You got like the one person who's like, "Oh no." And people are like, "What do you mean, oh no? It's a deer. Like that's cool. Like nature, deer." Like, "Oh no, it's a ticks." And people are like, "Oh, just shut up. Like enjoy nature." But people said they hadn't seen, someone had lived here for like, 60 years and said like they never saw a deer. So nature's, regressing. Is that the right word?
Cool. Yeah.
Egressing? Sure. Ingressing?
No, you're fine.
Any of those. I bet you some of those could work.
Some of those.
It's guessing.
Right.
Could be worse. I had a rat in my backyard this week.
That's, I don't know. Is that worse?
I don't know.
I think
rats are those common?
They're common in my town, but I've never seen one on my property. It was most likely living, I know it's living under the shed in my neighbor's yard, and it ran under my fence to get birdseed. It got into a fight with a mourning dove. I saw that. That was kind of cool.
Wow.
To watch a rat and a bird fight each other.
Nature's unleashed now.
Nature's unleashed.
Pandemic.
The good news is that my cameras caught cats twice today. So if there are cats running around in my backyard...
And then you run out and scare them away?
Then rats may not be there as long as... Because I don't know if you know this about cats, but they look at as rats as a viable food source.
No. The good news was that the cats were on camera, and I thought that you were going to try to blackmail the cats, or you're going to do something with the video of the cats.
Yes,
there's something interesting about the video. No,
we also put a trap back out there too, but we haven't caught anything yet. So,
right,
we shall see.
Just tell your neighbors to clean up their shit.
I know it's their shed.
Fuck,
it kind of annoys me. Because it's not that we did anything. It's at the back. So, whatever. I'm just, it's not something you want to see.
There's probably just one rat, though.
It's very possible it's just the one.
Just the one rat, most likely. They like to just live solitary lives, I've heard about rats.
That is so not true.
How big? How big was it?
It was like the size of a football.
What? Oh, it was like a New York City rat.
It was.
Maybe it took the train out here.
How big are these cats that are walking around?
They recently did construction like 5 blocks away from my house. Not that close, but close enough where they tore up all these buildings that were vacant. The rats had to go somewhere.
Right.
And they've started getting into like the suburban areas, and people are pissed.
Right.
Myself included.
Yeah.
Que sera, sera, right? What can I do?
We've got some construction going on here at the Cheapy homestead. We have a big...
Yeah, how's that going?
We have some big news to share. Our door is closed now. You know what it's like to not have like a bedroom door or bathroom door that closes properly for about 4 years? You forget how doors operate once they fix them. So you wind up like just trying to push the door open, and it doesn't work. And then you're like, oh wait, I have to like turn this thing, and then you don't realize that the door can close solidly too. So then you shut the door, and it's like, oh, that's the sound that a door closing makes. I haven't heard that in so long. So there's big moves happening here, and all that, and they replaced the rotting wood. They fixed the cabinet, so no mice or rats in our cutlery, hopefully. We just put the cutlery in, so I'm not 100% sure about that.
Oh, you were brave enough to put the cutlery in.
Yeah, we went right for it.
Okay.
Wow, good luck.
I mean, the worst thing that happens is we put the cutlery in.
If it looks like there's chocolate sprinkles on the knives, don't use those knives.
That's exactly what it looks like.
I know.
Ugh. Oh, God. No, they sealed up the back, but they have to leave a little hole for the rails on the drawers. So, but I don't know. I think once
a mouse could fit into a hole the size of a dime.
I know, but when the drawers are closed, the rails go into the hole. So it fills the hole.
I know how rails go in holes.
Stop it. Oh, God. But I'm ready for... These guys are great, and they're doing a great job, but they've been here for... this will be coming up on 2 weeks now, and I'm ready for them to go. I can't be...
You're the only person I know who during quarantine has too many people at his house.
Well, they're mostly outside, and it's only 1 or 2 guys. So it's not... But even that, it's like... The reason why it took us so long to have this done in the first place is because we were sick of having people in the house after we fixed it up the first time. But I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to like play video games when these guys are around. Like the Iron Man VR demo came out today, and like, yeah, I'd love to fucking play that, but these guys are right outside the window, and I'm not wearing a glowing space helmet. You know, while they're on a ladder.
That's when they steal everything.
Stop. What? Were they going to steal the siding off the house?
Yeah, resale value on that.
So that things like that, and jerking off is tough. But now that the door's locked, it's going to be a lot easier. That's for sure.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. I got to tell you. Well, now I sort of gave it away. Fuck.
What? Something about masturbation?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let me tell you about my masturbation.
Yeah, no, well, let me tell you. So I was on my mega tablet, right? And I'm going through my various selections, and I see in the corner, I'm on Pornhub, and I see in the corner, like, they have like a section for live performances. And I see it says Amy Fisher.
Was it your Amy
And
Fisher?
I'm like, that's obviously, I know like porn stars like make up names and they like change a letter or something like that. I'm not 100% sure how to spell Amy Fisher. Well, I'm 99% sure. So I'm like, let me just click on it anyway. And I click on it and it's fucking Amy Fisher. And she's not fucking. She's just sitting. She's sitting on the bed. It's her. It's the real.
The Long Island Lolita herself.
Right. It's really Amy Fisher. She's in like her bedroom, just sitting there. It was so sad, actually. Like I felt bad. I felt really bad for her. She was like pleading for like the people to give her money. She's like, John, I know you're good for a private show, right, John? Or, Billy, you're good for like 10 coins, 20. I don't know what the coins are. Wink, wink. But it was really, I couldn't even watch it.
So how was your private show?
I clicked off it immediately. And then when I was wrapping up with my business, I checked back in just to see. Usually I go right to table tennis because I'm so disgusted. I go right because I have to like watch, But I was like, let me just see what's happening with the Amy Fisher channel. And her top was off. And it was just like, I was like, no. And I closed it immediately. It was rough. It was rough.
That sounds very interesting.
Do you remember how famous that she was at that time?
Of course I do.
There were each TV network made up their own movie.
Was there 3 or there was only 2?
No, each one, there was at least, and there were more movies besides that. That wasn't the limit to the movies, but I know each.
I remember the Alyssa Milano movie.
There was Drew Barrymore.
And the Drew Barrymore movie. I don't remember the third.
There's so many. There's at least 3. I know there's at least 3 movies.
Okay.
Let's see.
I can't remember who played Joey Buttafuoco in any of them. I remember the SNL one where Danny DeVito played Joey Buttafuoco.
Right. There was 3.
That was pretty funny.
There was 3. There's Lethal Lolita. No, Amy Fisher, My Story. There's Casualties of Love, the Long Island Lolita story, and then there's the Amy Fisher story. Yeah, it was each major network had their own. That's how big it was. And that's also how I knew I was old when we had that. Remember we had that meeting at the podcasting studio, Wombat? And we were talking to the girl who was from Amy Fisher's hometown. And I mentioned to her that I went to high school with her. She's just a year older than me. And she said, who? I was like, oh, no.
That's funny. Yep.
But, yeah. So that's what's going on over here for the most part.
Yeah, I remember. I've told the story on the show before, but a friend of mine put his car in Joey Buttafuoco's shop like a day or 2 before the shooting.
So he didn't get his car back
it was months before he could get his car back.
Because just the media, the amount of car,
media,
there's no way to get near there.
They weren't doing anything. He just couldn't get his car.
And I used to drive by that on the way to Nathan's in Oceanside to play video games. They had Street Fighter.
Nathan's in Oceanside was the best. It's so sad it's gone.
Is it? No, I didn't even know it was gone.
It's long gone.
Okay. But yeah. Joey Buttafuoco. Maybe we should do I got to do like a Twitch viewing party of the Amy Fisher stories.
Do you?
I don't know.
Have to?
I feel like I need to revisit that.
I don't think you have to. I mean, you maybe you want to
for charity.
Sure. I'm not going to tune in.
What if I take my top off? Come on, Chip. I know you're good for a private show. Come on, man. 10 coins, Wombat. 10 coins, 20 coins.
10 coins.
Oh, it was so sad. She was like basically begging and like, oh god. Okay, what else we got? What Shipwreck? You built something.
Yeah. Speaking of network TV, so basically, I during the quarantine, I've just been doing random projects around the house. Like I just see something and go, I bet I could make that better, or I could do this needlessly.
Right.
So yeah, I installed a attic antenna with a HD Homerun Quattro. That's the TV tuner that goes with it. So I installed that in my attic, ran coaxial cable.
Why?
I can't answer that. It was something I was like, oh, I bet I can do this. And so I ran coaxial cable through the walls down from my attic to my basement and hooked this thing up. And now I can DVR live TV to my Plex server and watch it.
You're hoarding, Ship. Digital hoarding, Ship. I don't like it. It's better than regular hoarding.
It's
what
fine.
channels do you get on the antenna?
I get 63 channels.
That's a lot for free TV.
Yeah. Well, because I get both Dayton and Cincinnati stations.
Whoa, la-di-da.
Right. So I can tune into that Dayton news.
Right. The center of culture.
So some of your channels are doubles, is what you're saying.
Essentially, like they'll have slightly different programming, but yeah, like I have 2 NBCs and 2 ABCs and 70 PBS stations. But no, it's fun. I'm having fun with it. It also makes it so that any TVs in my house that don't have a cable box can now watch things.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That's awesome. So now your kids can run around the house and just change the channels and watch the same show in different rooms nonstop.
That's pretty much what happens.
It's your fault. It's all your fault.
We have
I don't
a
have
TV.
much sympathy.
We have a TV in Sabrina's room, but it doesn't have a cable box. She has the Amazon Fire thing, so she just has that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she really needs channels, but
you can get the CW on this.
I know. Do you know how many times she's watched like all of The Flash?
Yes, you've told us.
You talk about it every episode.
We do listen to you.
But she hasn't stopped. Like, it keeps going.
You haven't stopped talking about it. I know she really likes The Flash.
She really likes and Legends of Tomorrow.
See my flash, made of real.
Exactly.